guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be talking about Eminem's recent statements. This is going to be depressing. Okay, so essentially this article came out where Eminem says, being white is so embarrassing, I want to kill myself. Rapper says he's so embarrassed of his race that he wants to check out of life. You know, it's just one of those things where you tell yourself, or at least I tell myself, before going to sleep, so I have a reason to actually wake up. I'm just like, things cannot get worse. They just can't. And then they always do. It's like, this is rock bottom, and we're somewhere down here off screen. That's how far down we are now. So, in my personal opinion, Eminem fell off quite a long time ago, so I am surprised and not surprised because I haven't liked his music in a while. I still, though, did respect him. Then the Trump thing, like his verse or whatever against Trump, which was really cringy, like not even politically speaking, just the way he went about it was really cringy to me. And now there's this. So let's just see what is even going on. So hip-hop star Eminem said that he is so embarrassed that he was born white that it makes him want to check out of life because he can't escape his own race.
It looks like he may commit suicide. Suicide is badass.
The 45-year-old Caucasian rapper, whose estimated worth is around 190 million, cites his experience with the victimization of people in black neighborhoods by white police officers as one of the reasons behind this hatred of being white. While undoubtedly there is victimization of people who are not white by people who are white in the police, I don't think it's as prevalent as it is shown. However, that's a little bit of a different subject. So most of his new album, apparently, I haven't listened to it, according to this article, has very political messages. A lot of it is bashing Trump. How surprising. He called Trump a racist in the past, and in this article it says that he even compares him to Hitler. This music viewer called Chase McCullen then said that Eminem's crusade on Trump and white privilege is fiery and perhaps admirable, but added, "It's truly unfortunate the music behind the ideas makes Revival the most abrasive and unlistenable he's ever sounded." So someone who enjoys his music also is annoyed with all this political crap. And honestly, if you want to have a political music career, whatever, that's fine, but you have to remember that it's music first, politics second, and it seems like that's not what's going on here with Eminem. So then the article mentions some lyrics, okay? So it says, the song opens high-pitched, out-of-tune whining. Black boy, we ain't gonna lie to you. Black boy, we don't like the sight of you. Pull up on the side of you, window rolled down, profile, then we wonder why we see the side of you. What did I just read? Anyways, though, aside from this whole Eminem thing, what really this comes down to is the white guilt. The white guilt is obviously very strong with this one, and you know, I can't help but cringe reading this kind of stuff because there's nothing inherently wrong with being any color. And that seems obvious, right? To people in this community between us, since we usually see eye to eye, it is obvious. However, the fact that the world has reached this point where it is no longer obvious that we have to say that it's okay to be white, and that even became a whole 4chan meme and all that other shit where it's controversial now to say that it's okay to be white. I mean, imagine if someone went around saying it's okay to be black, it's okay to be whatever, and someone was like, actually, no, it's not okay. Like, what? Are you gonna generalize an entire race? Like, I know that this is what the SJW, whatever, people are trying to do, but damn, this is not the way to solve any of our problems. On the contrary, I think white guilt will just give us more problems because in the end, how will a society benefit from, let's say that the majority of white people end up thinking, in a hypothetical world, end up thinking that being white is not only bad, but it's reprehensible to the point where you don't want to be white anymore. And a while back, I made a video on being transracial.
Oh, fucking hell.
And what I'm wondering is this transracial trend connected to this white guilt? Now, I don't think the person I specifically talked about had that kind of white guilt, but I could totally see Eminem trying to become brown-skinned or darker-skinned or doing something to change himself out of this white race that makes him want to kill himself. The funny thing here is that in the article, I just reread it, and it says that Eminem cites his experience of the victimization of people in black neighborhoods by white police officers. So his experience would be that of the viewer, right? He's just the eyewitness, he's the bystander, right? So even to call that an experience, to just see the victimization, it seems so try-hard and trying to be woke, and I know we all hate that term, trust, I do too, but it really does seem that that's what he's trying to do, and the term is cringy, and so is he, so it just goes well together. This is my question, and maybe someone out there who sees this can answer it for me. What do we get of productive in our society out of white guilt? What do we get? Because, look, I wake up in the morning hating myself because of depression, so I don't need to wake up adding on this stupid guilt that does nothing and that is unfounded. Just because I was born white, I'm not going to feel bad about it and apologize for it. If I'm a shit person, if I do something shitty, surely I will apologize, but I'm not going to apologize for something I can't control. The same way that, based on a video from a few days back, I'm not going to apologize for being cis. And this whole binary that we've set up of white is bad no matter what, and the farther you get from white, the better you are, is crap. And in the end, like I said, it's counterproductive. I don't see what is the end goal of this movement of thinking that white is terrible? What are we looking to get to on this white is horrible train? What is the destination here? Because to me, it seems like we're gonna end in shitstormville, okay? There's just no other way around it. Okay, so in that song where he's bashing Trump, Eminem talks about politics, sure, but this is the first I'm hearing of him speaking about politics in a liberal way ever. So maybe it's just me who hasn't followed him, but at the same time, it just seems like a very coincidental kind of spike in attention. So I don't even know if this is to try to sell this terrible album that's come out or is coming out. I don't give a fuck. But it's just like there's so many facets to this. Like, what are his specific motives? Does he actually believe what he's saying, or is this a way to sell because he knows that the SJWs are intense right now? That's the thing. He's also potentially alienating conservative fans, because it's one thing for him to say, hey, I don't support Trump, or hey, I support Hillary, whatever. It's another thing to compare him to Hitler and make songs specifically bashing him and also bashing whiteness. What are his white fans supposed to think of this? You know, like, how could anyone possibly react positively to this unless they too are hit with white guilt? You know what I mean? It's just kind of like, if I were a fan of his and I read this, I wouldn't know what to do with myself. Between this and the sudden political woke bullshit that seems completely a ploy for attention from the media, if you ask me, it just, I'm always mystified when I see this, especially coming from celebrities, because inevitably you're gonna get backlash. But the thing is, backlash can be dealt with if what you're doing is worth it. What he's doing here is not worth it and will not pay off. I mean, whether he was trying to start some revolution, that's not gonna happen. Whether he's trying to be sensationalist and have people remember him and talk about him, yeah, maybe in the short term, but we're gonna talk about how stupid this is, not about how much you're a great person and anything of actually positive. So, I don't know. I almost did not believe this was real. I swear to God, I almost did not believe this was real. Anyways, you guys, let me know what you think about this. Give me your take, and thanks for watching, and let's get on